Let's take a look at what's inside this suitcase. Hey, if you didn't know or you're new here, I'm Becky from Patchworkers Plus, which is an online quilt group membership where I help you finish what you start, use what you have, and build friendships with other quilters. I just got back from Quilt Market and I am excited to share with you all of my goodies, what I got, who I ran into, and a slideshow of some of my favorite people as well as favorite quilts in the quilt show. Okay, this is kind of obnoxious, but I haven't even unpacked yet, so here we go. Moda. Oh my gosh, these are all random, okay? So they're not in any order. I'm just unloading my suitcase. Moda had patches for their designers this year, so you would go and talk to them and pick up their patches. I've got a few other ones. I just used my regular iron in the room and it wasn't as strong. It wasn't as strong as like the Oliso, and so they're falling off. But I'm probably going to adjust them anyways. I love Zen Chicks fabric. So these are so cute. I've got to find a place to put them or something, but yeah. So I wore this for a few days on my backpack, which is kind of fun, and a backpack is definitely necessary when you go to market or festival. I talked to Hobbs, which I love their batting, cotton batting, and got a few goodies from them. Also, I am collecting door prizes for the Gather and Stitch Quilt Retreat, which is happening in the spring. And we are currently sold out. I've got a link in the description if you want to get on our wait list, but we are always looking for fabulous products that we love for the retreat. When you go to market, there's always like pamphlets and stuff like that. I didn't take home a lot of them, but I do love Tilda, and so this one I brought. Anna Maria was the keynote speaker, and she shared a little bit of her story and stuff for her presentation, but then we got a goodie bag, which is right here. This is the bag that they gave to us, and then we had a fat quarter in here, and it is connected. This is for her Rhapsody fabric line. I love the colors and the print. This is all upside down. There we go. It's kind of fun. I'm not sure if I'm going to fussy cut these or use them for a sashing or something like that in a project. I don't know yet, but love it. Quilty Charms, which is fabulous. These are by Riley Blake. Just, you can clip them on anything. What is this one? Create colorfully. Yes. Okay, by Annie. They had a great presentation. She always does. Fabulous bag patterns. They were talking about their coat, which was incredible. And the thing about their coat is there's no binding on the edge here, so it is very, it doesn't have a lot of bulk. And then they give you options for customizing your jackets. Oh my gosh, even on the sleeves, it was crazy fun to see those. They, of course, have backpacks and additional patterns for their backpacks to put on their straps and stuff as well. Always a good one to go to. In theirs, they have, they gave us a pattern snappy sleeves. Now, and then let me tell you about this. This is tool-free snaps. They have figured out how to use a snap without having a tool to pinch it. Because usually you have to have a tool that pinches it, and not with this one. You can pinch it with your fingers, or she was saying you can lay the snap on a table and pinch it down on the table, and that would give enough pressure for these as well. You still need an awl to poke the hole and start it, but these are going to be a lot of fun to explore. Of course, more info from Tilda and their fabric lines that they have. which I have some, so I will show that. Along with Annie, they also showed off their black soft and stable. So if you make bags and you love their soft and stable, it comes in the white color, and if you have dark fabric, that kind of brightens through and shows off. So anyways, they have released this, and I'm really excited to give that a try as well. During the show, Moda was celebrating 50 years. And so they had a big celebration afterwards with a dinner and a drone light show, and it was so much fun. They had a sewing machine and the spool spin and the fabric moved up with the needle, and then they had a rotary cutter that cut a square into 2 triangles. It was a lot of fun. It was incredible. So got to celebrate 50 years with Moda this year. Twisted threads, they've got beeswax thread conditioning. Oh my gosh, she has a great product. This is definitely something you should check out. That is a look at her site. Okay, Patchwork Kicks. This is so much fun. This is a kit. This is a kit that comes with everything you need. They've got a few kits. One is like the starter one. It comes with your shoe, the base, the insert, as well as the templates that you need for the shapes and your lace and your little eyelets. I'll put a link in the description. I'll try to remember all of these companies, but this one is a lot of fun. I was able to pick up from Sew Tights the 6.5 by 12.5 ruler. This is one of my favorite sizes. I usually use the 6 by 12, but I do like this size in general. So this works perfectly. I love the Sew Tights magnetic cutting system. Love, 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 love. I can't say enough of it. So I'm really excited to start using my favorite size with their system. I chatted with Elizabeth Hartman for a little bit. She is an incredible, incredible designer. She had some of these quilts hanging up. This one was the patch on my bag, but you'll recognize her patterns. They are so, so, so much fun. So the show and tell, which is adorable, adorable. The capybara. Oh my gosh, it's so funny. And the sloth. So if you haven't checked out Elizabeth Hartman's patterns, you totally need to. They are fabulous. Quilter's Dream. This is a sampler. They make different products for different applications. And so one of these, their sampler packs, is kind of a lot of fun just because you can touch them. You know what they are used for. So this is their fusible. Here's their bamboo, a blend, their black batting, and from, here's their green, which is made from plastic bottles, and a little bit of a description underneath each. I know sometimes you can request these samplers, but these are really actually pretty okay to have on hand, because when you have a quilt and you're looking for a specific batting option for it, this allows you to kind of look through, touch and feel, and decide which is best for your project. So I had showed Elizabeth Hartman's patterns, and at Sample Spree, when you go to the Moda booth and buy fabric, you get a bag. And so this is the bag this year. It showcases Elizabeth Hartman on here, and Personally, I love the Moda bags. They're awesome. So I've got some more soft and stable in here and a few other goodies. Okay, this got a little bent. Sorry, Carolina, don't hurt me. This book was just announced, and this is my friend Carolina Moore's book. It is the 10-inch square quilt block book. Oh my gosh, I have been kind of somewhat obsessed with layer cakes lately. And so while you don't want to call it a layer cake, it's a 10-inch square. This book shows you 40 different patterns that you can use, that you can make using a layer cake. Now I know you're thinking 40, oh my gosh, how did she, I asked her, okay, because I was like, what, you're killing me here. And she said that it just depends on how you place the block. And so when you sew your pieces together and you cut them, you can play with the layout and change the design of the quilt depending on how you move your blocks around. So some of these really do change once you start playing with the layout. So for example, this quilt is the original. So here's your original design. But if you play with the movement of the blocks, you are going to find out that there is 4 or 5 different options actually with those squares. So this is a great reference book for anybody who loves pre-cut fabrics. This one's definitely one for your shelf. All right, bags for your sewing machines. So Two-Toe has a new one, and I think it's called Two-Toe. I'm not sure. That's what I always call it. Anyways, it's the Easy Glide. So this is a little bit of a larger bag, if I remember correctly, a lower price point. So the Two-Toes can be really expensive, but they last forever. This guy is less than that. So they've got this middle ground bag for your sewing machine, for travel. Your handle comes off. The side opens just like normal. So much space in here. You can load it up. I believe it is a little bit more lightweight. So this, if you're looking for a new roller case for your machine, this might be an option for you. All right, in Tilda, we've got a sample pack of their blue. Oh my gosh, I just love blue and white. So I'm excited to try this one. This one is Fabric Sampler Special Edition Something Blue. Adorable. Do you guys like Tilda fabric? I like it all. I don't stick with one, I guess. I play with all the fabrics. This is from Riley Blake. They've got the Quilty Calendar, which is adorable. And P.S. I should make this for myself because I have the Patchwork Planner and I have a mini, like a pocket planner, but it doesn't have a calendar in it or anything like that. So I should explore this design for myself. My good friend Amy Barickman, she has a new book out and we had so much fun with this book. Carolina had one of these and she handed it around to everybody at market and we got to sign a page that we related to. So this is stinking adorable. So she's got beautiful pictures in here and then little sayings or notes. And I can't remember which one did I do with Carolina. Oh, Partners in Crime. I see. I think I signed the Partners in Crime page. Together with the cat's meow. Anyways, this is such a cute book. It's great for just passing to your quilting friends. The pictures in here are gorgeous. You definitely can see things that maybe you know, I remember a few of these type of dolls, sock dolls, and more. So at the end, there is a QR code that you can scan where you can download some of the patterns. I haven't checked that out yet. I asked Amy about it, but I don't know which patterns are in there. So I'm going to have to check it out and then I can share it with you. But that's amyberickman.com, and Love You to Pieces is her new book. All right, I think that is it as far as all, oh, we've got Anna Maria pattern. So this is the pattern that was in their gift bag, which is the coneflower. Oh, it's called the Echinacea quilt. Yep, super cute. Her fabric reminds me of Cafe. I love it. Sometimes it's a little bit hard to use or you end up with a busy quilt. But if you really play off the contrast, your quilts can be beautiful with this type of fabric. And I believe if you look at some of these, like they really played with fussy cutting. And so it showcases certain parts of that fabric. All right, let's take a look at the fabric I picked up as well. So this was Tilda's Creating Memories. So this is all the prints that are in here. And I believe these are 1 yard cuts, which is just insane. So I'm kind of thinking I don't have a lot of Christmas quilts and I need to explore that, or, you know, a holiday in the spring or February or whatever. I kind of see watermelon there. But anyways, I'm excited to give this, take a look at my patterns that I've got kind of drawn up and see if anything fits for this fabric line. But that's the Creating Memories from Tilda. From Dear Stella, I picked up the strip, the kitty litter strip. That's what it's called. Okay, you can probably see it better if I take the plastic off. Oh my gosh. I don't know if you can see it. It's beautiful colors. There we go. I just love the colors. It's a print on, you know, there we go. Can you see the little kitty cat heads? Oh my gosh. I think they had a charm pack and I should have gotten that. I don't know why I didn't. I think, oh, I've got enough. Let's just go. No, I should have gotten it. It's always, you never regret buying the fabric. You always regret not buying the fabric. So that is from Dear Stella. Yeah. Again, I must be in a Christmas mood because here we go. This is by, it's Merrily on High. Merrily on High is the fabric. There's the designer. I can't read the name and I don't remember, so I'm so sorry. But I really loved the colors and the tones of this. So this has like little gingerbreads on it, which is super cute. So yeah, I guess some Christmas quilts will be coming shortly because now is the time to start sewing it, right? Guys, I have a thing with the Ruby Star Society. Their fabric is so funky, and sometimes it just sits on my shelf for a while. So it takes me some time to figure out where the fabric can go in what pattern, but once I do, I really do love it. The other print that I finally dug out was just released, and it is the mystery quilt that is happening this month inside Patchworkers Plus. And so you definitely need to come sew along with that. I've got a link in the description, of course, for that. But this one is, oh, they're going to try me on the name. Persimmon? Do you know how to say that? I don't know. Anyways, but I just love the colors and their tones. They're so rich and I just love them. This one is a bunny line, so it's got like funky courthouse steps, blocks. I don't know. They're just so whimsical. And sometimes I do admit they are weird, but I love to stretch myself, and the colors on there, when they're just rich and very, very lovely. So look at that. Yeah. Okay, here's another one, of course. This one is Trinketry. Okay, so it's a little tricky, but I think I got it. Pens, of course, whatever. But again, The colors are just a lot of fun. So this is what I loved, is the spools with the little thread names, spoolful, daily thread. That is adorable. I'm not sure about the matches on here. I don't get it, but they're fire. You know, the design is fire, as people use that as an expressive term. The match boxes are cute. I love the design, but again, you're just like, what? Where did that come from? But I love the funky colors. I love, maybe these could be used for fussy cutting. Really, there's so many options in these patterns. So that's Trinketry. I also picked up this pack from Maywood Studios. Again, it's a layer cake, and I've been obsessed with layer cakes. This one was just kind of mute, and I really liked it. It has a blue-gray tone to it, so it's just very different compared to those other vibrant colors. This is hard to show. Let me see what I can do here. So yeah, more of the blue-gray tones, but I just really liked the muteness of it, and so it reminded me of low volume. And so I'm going to try something with this and have a little fun. It could almost be like an ombre as well type quilt. So there you go. That is there. I also got this one from Tilda, and this is their vintage blue and purple. Okay, here's their blue and purple. And I really like Tilda as well. Fun. The blue and red and white. And then they've got this purple that comes into it. That's a purple. And then goes back to the blue, and then you dive into more purple and blues. I don't know, I really like Tilda. I love the feeling of their fabric, but this should be a lot of fun. What's your suggestions for this? Because this one's a little bit of a different line. And so I do have reds that I can pair this with. So we'll see what we can do with this one. Oh, I'm finding good stuff still. This is the Sew line. This was, let's see, this is the duo marker and eraser. So unique ink and erasing system, mark and then erase it. So it's got a marking pen and an eraser pen. So I am going to have to try this out. That'll be in another video because we've got to explore some of these new things. And lastly, we have, let's see, Freaky Familiars. This one is a collaborative collection by Ruby Star. This is Halloween. Again, I love the bright colors. And it really pushes you outside of the norm, but these are a lot of fun. Frogs with hats, kitty cats, bats, owls, you name it, stars in the night. You know, a spider that's reading, of course. Pumpkins. This bright neon color, look at that pop on that fabric. It's kind of a lot of fun. So this is one to explore as well. I'm not sure if I have enough time to design something for Halloween for this season, but maybe for next season. All right, so that is it. I have gone through my whole suitcase. If I miss anything, then I guess I will share it later. There were a few things that I wanted to mention. I took a serger class. Well, it's kind of during Schoolhouse, and they're short little bits, and they just talk about sergers in quilting. And I was kind of reminded about the possibilities of using your serger in quilting for butting up your batting together. And you know, when you do that on a sewing machine, you get ripples and little warbles. No, with the serger, not at all. Of course, you're not using your blade, but it really looked great. A lot of people are starting to use it to edge off the quilt tops, as well as adding their binding on to the one side. So I don't know, just really interesting that way. Also, AccuQuilt has a new program which allows you to take any of their like bobs and their larger blocks, put them into this design program, move the blocks around, and then you are able to know exactly what you need to cut, the sizes, and how many, and everything you need to make that quilt using the AccuQuilt cutting system. So that one was really interesting as well. I went to Carmen's of 10 Sisters. They have the, let me show you. She has the easy piecing grid. I've had this for a long time, and you know, good intentions to always make it, but I have not yet, but this is what it is. They have the grid system for coats as well as a tote, which is really exciting. So a super cute bag. And again, they come in different sizes, so depending on what size of grid you use determines like what size of the bag. And the one is just super, super tiny. It was crazy. In one, I was chatting with somebody. Oh, I was chatting with the Latina quilters. I can't remember exactly what their name is. Super nice girls. I was talking about my Juki machine, and they said, well, there is a machine that's faster than that. And I was like, there is no way. So I made note of this. And if you have this machine, drop it in the comments and let me know if you like it, like what the story is on it. But it is a Burnett B08, and she says it's faster than the Juki. I don't know how that's possible, but okay. All right, I think that's it. So that's my notes, that's my goodie bags, and I've got some links in the description for you. Enjoy the little slideshow that I have right now, walking through some of the quilts that I was very impressed with at the quilt show, as well as some of the booths and other pictures. Market is one of my favorite things for me as far as a business owner in this industry. I love not only seeing all the inspiration from the booths and seeing all the quilts and touching all the fabric, but it's really about hearing everybody's story, how they came up with the designs, the new designs, picking up on some of the trends, and of course, hanging out with my friends and meeting new friends along the way as well. It was a lot of fun, and I look forward to it next year as well.